All right, so it's time. It's time to use everything we've done in this course so far to build our own little mini framework or library. Frameworks and libraries are similar concepts, though frameworks are more complex. But for the purposes of this course, we're going to talk about them as if they were the exact same thing, because we're focusing on structure, not so much what it does. So let's build our own mini framework/library. And let's build something that you could use in a project if you wanted to, or in many projects. All right, let's do something first that we need to do for any software project. Let's look at the requirements. What should the software do? Well, first of all, what is our little framework library going to be called? Let's call it Greeter. All this time in this course, we've been using greet as an example. And I like to use those kind of simple examples because we can focus on the concept and not get lost in implementation. But now let's formalize it. Let's say we wanted to build a library or framework that helps us give greetings. Maybe for when I'm on a website and someone logs in, I can show them a greeting after they log in the upper right corner or right after they log in. And maybe I'd like to do it in different languages depending on what language they choose, their preferred language in the application. Something like that. Let's do the official requirements. When I'm given a first name, a last name, and an optional language, it should generate formal and informal greetings that I could use throughout my app. It should support both English and Spanish languages for starters. It should be reusable, meaning that it won't interfere with any of the other JavaScript code in my app, and someone else could just grab it and use it in their apps. And lastly, even though it's called Greeter, I'd like to have an easy-to-type structure, kind of jQuery-like, and a $G$ maybe, like $ for jQuery. Let's do $G$. Oh, and one more thing. All my developers use jQuery on a lot of their projects, so Greeter should also support jQuery. Even though it returns greetings, what we'd like is to be able to give it a jQuery object that points at some HTML element, and it'll fill that element with the greeting. So I could just pass my greeter, let's say a div or a span in my HTML that just contains text, and it'll fill that with my appropriate greeting text. All right, so that's the requirements of our Greeter framework/library. Let's go build it.